What's up, guys? Curtis from Crispi. It's about that time of year to get into early season spring bear hunting up in Idaho. This year, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Normally, I'm up there this time of year doing spot and stock, but we actually have the opportunity this year to be, hunting with dogs. That's definitely something different for me and us here at Crispi. So we're excited to get into it. So this year, the pack I decided to take is going to be the Initial Ascent 3K, which is right around 3,500 cubic inches. The reason I chose this pack is I just got it last year, had the opportunity to take it on multiple hunts from bear, deer, elk, and it performed great. The pack's light, it feels comfortable, and the fact that you can carry 100, 5, 10 pounds, extremely easy is why I'm picking this pack. So let's jump on in. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the clothes. So the clothes that I'm decided to take this year is the Stealth Merino hoodie. This is from Badlands. Obviously, it's 100% merino. The reason I picked this is, one reason it's Badlands. One thing that a lot of people don't know about Badlands is they offer a lifetime warranty. So with that being said, if I'm hopping over a log and get a tear in the sleeve, I take it back to Badlands after that hunt, and they'll either try and repair it, and if they can't repair it, they'll replace it at no cost. So that's one reason why I love Badlands. Another Badlands piece that I'll be taking are the gloves. These are like a early season, early to mid season glove. It's got leather on the palm, so it's going to be extremely durable. It breathes very well. So that's another reason why I'm going to be taking this. The pants I decided to choose are the new Terrace pants from Black Ovis. They came out with these, I believe, in September of last year. Why I'm taking these are more of a mid to late season, pant. With spring bear, you could see anything from snow, rain, or, maybe 70, 80 degree weather. So with that being said, that's why I'm taking these. Another nice thing about these, it's got side vents on each side. So if you're hiking up the hill, you open those up, let air flow through, cool you off. One of the most important things, for Western hunting, I believe, is socks. And our Crispi socks, if you went with the mid-weight or the heavyweight or even the lightweight, they're all going to perform great. This sock right here is called the San Juan, so it is our lightweight sock. And honestly, for me, I try wearing lightweight socks year-round, 80, 90 degrees, even down into the lower teens. Something real cool that we just came out with was our Gator. Now, one thing that makes this Gator quite a bit different than some of the others out there on the market is the fact that it is actually integratable with our new boots. So this is the Brickstall Mountain EFX, which we just came out with in April. So with this boot and most of our other newer boots, they will have the Gator Loop on the back. So with that Gator Loop, you can actually take off this black strap here, and the Gator will hook directly to the boot. So it makes this, quite a bit more durable, just because, on the other Gators in the industry, these wear out before the top. So if you haven't seen these, definitely check them out on our website. Another main piece is the Puffy from Stone Glacier. They've had this out for a few years. It's ultra lightweight. It's made out of down. One thing that's nice about this, as you can see, is it's very compactable. It's about the size of my water bottle here. So it makes it extremely nice to pack down. It's extremely warm, lightweight. The only problem with this is, if you're in bad weather, you will need some kind of rain jacket to cover this up, because once this gets wet, it will not keep you warm. Another few things that I'll be taking is a chair. So this is an ultralight chair. I believe this comes in at about 40 ounces, so it's super lightweight. With bear hunting, most of the time you're hiking up a steeper terrain, and you're posting up all day glassing and glassing. So with that being said, you don't always want to sit on the ground where it's uncomfortable, potentially wet. So that's why I added this to my arsenal, and it's been great so far. So here's the initial ascent rain cover. You know, they make them for all their bags. This is a great piece to have, especially if you're in, you know, snow, rain, just to keep your equipment dry. So that's why I went with that. So after you harvest this bear, there's going to be a few other things you need. Knives, you know, gloves, we'll go over all that. But game bags, you know, if you're coming out here hunting, you know, in the West, most of the time you're packing in, you know, a few miles off the road. You are going to need something to, you know, put that animal in. And this year I decided to go with the Black Ovis lightweight game bags. These are extremely nice, super lightweight. As you can see, they're very packable. I believe they're 21 ounces for this pack. Another nice thing about these is, you know, after that hunt's over, you take them home, spray them off, throw them in your washer, get them all clean, fold them back up, and you're good to go again. This is another piece of equipment that is, you know, always needed. You know, you're hiking in early in the morning, late at night, you know, maybe after a harvest, and that is a headlamp. This is the Peak headlamp. I decided to go with this one just because, you know, it's super durable. The battery life lasts, you know, quite a bit longer than some of the others out there as well. There's a lockout mode, and, you know, you've got your bright, medium, and dull, and then you've got a red light as well, so it's extremely nice. Now knives, I mean, everybody has their own, you know, knife manufacturer that they use, but this go around, I'm going to be taking the buck knife. Just got this last year. I actually haven't tried it, but I ran into one of the buck guys at a show, and they showed me this knife. Super lightweight. It's orange, you know, so you're out there skinning an animal, you're not likely to lose it with it being orange. So I'm going to give that a shot and see how that works. So another thing that, you know, you're going to need while out spring bear hunting is glass. So with this hunt, you know, it's going to be a little different. We're not going to be glassing like, you know, normal spot and stock, but I'm still going to have this. This really goes anywhere with me when I'm out hunting. I've got the AZIAC tripod, super lightweight. I don't know the exact weight of this, but I know it's quite a bit lighter than some of the others I've had. It is full carbon fiber. It's got a nice head on it. They do make extended heads, you know, if you did like a little bit longer head to move around. And then on top of that, I've got the Vortex Razor, the 65mm lens. I just like to take the smaller one just because it is lighter, and it still allows you to glass, you know, miles of terrain that you wouldn't be able to with your binos. Another thing that everybody's going to need is a good pair of boots. This is the new Brickstall EFX. We just released this in April of this year. This is you know, going to be the same as the other Brickstalls, but one thing that's a little different is this is full leather. Full leather, 4-flex, the upgraded outsole. We actually added the full control to this, so it's going to be a little more durable. And as you can see on this side, this is for going up, this is for going down, so it's a great boot. Another boot that I'll be taking that is my really go-to boot is the Leaponia III. This particular color is a new one as well that we just released in April. But this is the Leaponia III. It's got a 2-flex upgraded outsole. We added the Mega Grip versus the Crispi Claw. Super lightweight. I believe it's 1 pound, 8 ounces. This isn't going to be quite as technical as the Brickstall, but I will definitely be running this, you know, while we're there for the week. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to crispius.com, and we'll see you on the mountain.